I want to continue the discussion we were having a little bit about Cody Rhodes. And, of course, now he's into this feud with Brock Lesnar. And it's kind of funny. I saw some things pop up, and honestly, I don't believe them. But some people were saying that after Cody heard what they wanted to do at Backlash, that he wanted to get his release. Now, I am not buying that at all. At all. But I will say this, guys, and I want to get your input on this. God forbid, what if Cody loses to Brock Lesnar at Backlash? I mean, this you could kill Cody off in a hurry if he doesn't win this match. So, Joe, let me give you a shot at that first. What are your thoughts on this whole thing with Brock?
Well, initially going in, I thought it was kind of weird because it seemed like everything was okay for the Cody Rhodes story. And I just felt because of the injury that they tried to hotshot everything to put Cody over. And putting him over, I really didn't think was the right move at the time. And then they didn't do it, but now everybody's in an uproar that they didn't do it. And it's like, there was really no build. Sure, there was some good promos back and forth with Heyman and Cody, but losing to Brock and then having him overcome and then winning, the story is A to Z. And if you're at F or G, there's a lot to go on. Just because a wrestler or just because a fan thinks that this should happen doesn't mean it has to happen. I have to deal with it every day, with our guys who have their opinions, and their opinions don't mean anything. Every reason for what's happening now is, well, Vince McMahon's back. He changed everything. Well, nobody has a clue. That's what they wanted to believe because maybe it was the red herring that Cody was going to win at WrestleMania, and he didn't. And instead of having it as a 2-month story, it goes back to being a 9-month story like it was supposed to be, but he was out for so long. And, I'm going to believe that Cody is going to beat Brock Lesnar as he, steps toward getting the title. And for a long time I was, hey, you know what, not splitting the belts. It's one champion. But I did read about, having the title for so long. Yet it isn't like the old days with Hulk Hogan and, Bruno Sammartino when I was a kid that, yeah, I think we are at the point where they have to do something with Roman Reigns because it gets a little stale. He's held the title for almost 3 years. And I don't agree that there should be 2 titles. That way they could keep moving it around. There should always be one champion. But I just think in this day and age that the belts should be moved around a little bit more.
Well, and David, I was thinking about that last night. And, back in the day when you had guys like Hogan and Sammartino and Backlund who were long-running champions, that, I'm sure, there were a lot of challengers to those titles. And a lot of them went down. And everybody, you can say with Hogan, for example, it would have been great to have Ted DiBiase win. It would have been great to have Jake Roberts win. And so on. And you go down that list, Orndorff and so many of the people that went after the belt. But, it didn't happen. And, sometimes I think in this situation, everybody wants the good guy to win. But sometimes the good guy doesn't win in real life. That's the way it goes, But David, do you think that how long do you think this should keep going? Do you agree with Joe that Roman may be getting stale?
Yeah, I mean, it's going on a long time. So the question is, where is the story going? But I think that, you talk about the days of Bruno and Hogan. I wasn't a Bruno guy, but Hulk Hogan definitely is. It was just different times, right? So I was a wide-eyed kid, and I didn't care. I just wanted them to keep winning and winning. Now we watch it through a different lens, right? So we're always curious as to what's happening and how's it going to unfold. But I'm sure they have this mapped out, right? It's like if you're reading a book and halfway through something disappointing happens, the book's not over, right? So hopefully, but WrestleMania is that stage where you would have liked to see something change and transfer where they had that moment. We didn't get that. So hopefully, the story turns into something magical because I don't know right now.